Hey, what's up, viewers? It is Real Fan Patch Buying video, and this is episode 7 of Adventure Week at Barzan. And today's verse comes out of Philippians 4:13, and it reads, "I can do all this through him who gives me strength." And let's see, Romans 13:14 is the next verse. And Romans 13:14, here is what the verse says. And it reads, "Rather, clothe yourself with the Lord Jesus Christ, and do not think about how to gratify the desires of the flesh." And that's what verse means. So this evening, we're going to start looking at gluttony. And without further, let's get into it. This post may contain, well, never mind then. With Jesus' grace, let's dig into the truth of what God's Word says about these tough topics with Bible verses on gluttony. Have you ever stuffed yourself so much at Thanksgiving dinner that you were left sick afterward? Do you know what it's like to eat 6, 7, 8, or the whole bag of Cheetos before you even realize you have? Or maybe you're more familiar with just eating a few bites more than you need to again and again and again. I've done all of those things and more. Gluttony is one of those uncomfortable sins we like to push aside and minimize. We convince ourselves that there is no way that we could be a glutton, but I sure used to be. You can read about my 100-pound weight loss journey here. Basically, gluttony is habitual greed or excess in eating. That's what led me to gain 100 pounds, regularly eating more food than my body needed. I'm reading this guy. Gluten is one of those words that makes me squirm in my seat because I never want to label anyone with that word. But the truth is, we live in a culture of gluttony. We encourage and celebrate overeating with ideas like, after a hard day, you deserve pizza, wine, ice cream. A pint of ice cream will help heal your broken heart. Thanksgiving dinner is all about eating as much as you can, stuffed down, and ending the day in stretchy pants. With messages like that being sent to us constantly in commercials, ads, books, movies, and even in our family and friend groups, it's no wonder we are turning to food to fix problems only God was meant to fix. That's what sets my weight loss journey apart from so many others. I wasn't just dealing with the habit problem of overeating. I was dealing with a sin problem. I was making food an idol in my life when I was heartbroken, frustrated, or stressed. I looked to little Debbie to make it better. I was a good person overall, but somehow I told myself it was okay that I snuck food from my family, eating their share as well as mine, and eating in secret, lying to friends and family members by omission. That's not just a habit issue, that's a character issue, which is why it's so important to include God in your weight loss journey. The truth of His Word gets to the core of the issue, the sins in our hearts. That's also what sets apart our Faithful Finish Line 2.0 program. As far as I know, it's the only program out there that deals with overeating as a sin. It continually points you back to God's grace as you change your habits. Bible verse about gluttony. Just gonna read you a few scriptures. Deuteronomy 21:20 says, "They shall say to the elders, 'This son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey us. He is a glutton and a drunkard.'" Proverbs 23 verses 1 through 3 says, "When you sit to dine with a ruler, note well what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are given to gluttony. Do not crave his delicious, for that food is deceptive." Psalm 23 verse 19 through 21 says, "Listen, my son, and be wise, and set your heart on the right path. Do not join those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat, for drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags." Proverbs 28:7 says, "A discerning son heeds instruction, but a companion of gluttons disgraces his father." Titus 1:12 says, "One of Crete's own prophets has said it. Cretans are always liars, evil brutes, lazy gluttons." And I'm going to read you more of those tomorrow morning. And the verse I just want to leave you with today, give me a moment, it is Jeremiah 29, verse 11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That's going to do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Till next time we meet again, viewers, in every way, God's way is always the best way.